Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Virtual Preschool. I hope you had a great weekend, and I'm glad you decided to join me for circle time today. So let's figure out what day of the week it is. The last day of school we had was Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So today is Tuesday. Yes, so let's move that rainbow arrow up to Tuesday. And who remembers the name of our month? April showers bring May flowers, right? It's May. So let's go ahead and count the numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What comes next? 7. And our pattern, blue flower, pink flower, bird, bird. Blue flower, pink flower, comes next. Bird, yes. So we have a number 7 with a bird on it. All right, that was Friday. We need to keep going. 5, 6, 7. What comes next? 8. All right. Blue flower, pink flower, bird, bird. Blue flower, pink flower, bird, bird. Yes, so we have a number 8 with a bird on it. All right, that was Saturday. That was a weekend day, so we need to keep going. 6, 7, 8. What comes next? 9. And our pattern, blue flower, pink flower, bird, bird. What comes next? Blue flower. Yes, so we have a number 9 with a blue flower on it. That was Sunday, a weekend day, so we need to keep going. 7, 8, 9. What comes next? 10. All right, blue flower, pink flower, bird, bird. Blue flower, pink flower. Yes, so we have a number 10 with a pink flower on it. That was Monday. That was a forest class day, so we have one more to go. 8, 9, 10. What comes next? 11. And our pattern, blue flower, pink flower, bird, bird. Blue flower, pink flower, bird. Yes, so we have a number 11 with a bird on it. So let's say the whole date. Today is Tuesday, May 11th, 2021. All right, now we need to look out the window and see what the weather is like at your house. So when you look out your window, is it partly cloudy, cloudy, sunny, windy, rainy, stormy, hopefully not snowy, right? I think we're beyond that point now. All right, if you step out your door, does it feel burning hot, hot, warm, cool, cold, or freezing cold? All right, don't forget to check the temperature on your weather app, what the number is for the temperature. Oops. All right, so last week and the week before we talked about all about how seeds grow into plants, right? And what seeds need to live, and the parts of a seed, the parts of a plant, all those things. So this week we're switching gears and we're going to be talking about something completely different, but these things do affect plants. So let's see. I'm not going to tell you what it is. We're going to read our mystery envelope book and see what we might be talking about this week. Let's see what it is. So this book is called On Beyond Bugs, All About Insects. Now before we start, and the book does say this too, but I want to make sure that you know that spiders are not insects. Spiders come from a group called arachnids. They have 8 legs instead of insects that have 6 legs. All right, they're different. They're not the same thing as an insect. Spiders are not insects. I'm the cat in the hat, and I'm glad that I found you. Right now, if you look, you'll see insects around you. They live in the water, the earth, and the sky. Just wait, and you'll soon see an insect go by. There are millions of them. I will show some to you. Your mother will not mind at all if I do. Most insects you'll meet have hard shells and lay eggs. They have wings and can fly, and they all have 6 legs. This says, just like I was just telling you, spiders aren't insects. This news couldn't wait. Instead of 6 legs, every spider has 8. So here we have a praying mantis, a butterfly, a ladybug, a grasshopper, and a black ant. All are insects. If you look at an insect up close, you will see that its body in parts, and each insect has 3. First the head, then the thorax, and here at the end is the longest part, which is called the abdomen. This is a cricket. So the head, the thorax, the abdomen, and 6 legs. Insects cannot see all the things that surround them, so they each have 2 feelers to touch what's around them. An insect has feelers on top of its head. Some look a lot like a thin piece of thread, while others look much more like feathers instead. We wish we had feelers, but we don't have any. You can also call feelers by this name, antennae. Now that's kind of a funny way to say it. It's actually, if it's one antenna, it's antenna. If it's more than one antenna, it's antennae. So those are those little funny things that stick out from the front of bugs. Not their legs, but those things that stick out of their head. They're antennae. Watch an insect and see all the things that it does. Some can swim, jump, or crawl. Others chirp, flash, or buzz. So we have a diving beetle, a dog flea, a pipe vine caterpillar, a cricket, and a firefly, and a bumblebee. Birds and frogs look for insects in order to eat them, so insects work hard to make sure they don't meet them. Some, like this wasp, have bright colors that say, "Don't come near me, I'll sting you, so just stay away." This moth's wings are colored to look like the tree it is resting upon so that no one can see. So the moth is camouflaged with the tree, right? So that the other creatures that might eat it won't be able to see it. Pretty neat. This spittlebug sits and he spits out a bubble. It's wet and it's cool and can save him from trouble. For when he's all covered in bubbly foam, if a hungry bird comes, it thinks nobody's home. So look at that. The spittlebug covered itself in all kinds of little spit bubbles, so the bird can't see it. That's pretty amazing too, isn't it? Here is a riddle I learned from my mother. How's a skunk and a ladybug like one another? When danger is near, it is easy to tell. They suddenly give off a terrible smell. So skunks make a stink, and so do ladybugs, to protect themselves from other creatures that might eat them. These busy insects are my friends, the ants. They like to eat seeds, other insects, and plants. Ants are so strong they can lift things that weigh over 10 times their weight, and they do it all day. So if you were as strong as an ant, you would see you could lift up 10 cats in tall hats easily. Ants are very strong. However, I did not know that they ate other insects. That's interesting. Watch these honeybees, and I'm sure you'll agree that these bees are as busy can be. Worker bees collect food, and they keep the hive clean. They protect it from danger and wait on their queen. She must stay in one place. It is her job to lay dozens and dozens of eggs every day. So So the queen bee lays eggs for new bees, and the worker bees are the ones that protect her and go looking for food. When a bee has discovered where food can be found, she goes back to her friends and starts dancing around. First she wiggles, then waggles in circles, and so all the other bees know which direction to go. We've talked about bees already, right? They are pollinators. They are very important to our fruit and vegetable plants. We can grow lots of flowers with help from the bees. They store dust from each flower in back of their knees. This dust is called pollen. Next flower they find, when they land on it, they leave some pollen behind. So they're pollinating, right? This is called pollination, and it makes the new seeds that grow even more flowers, which everyone needs. Flowers are very important, right? Because flowers are where our fruits and vegetables come from too. Some insects I know can be unwanted guests. Fleas, flies, and mosquitoes can really be pests. Fleas live on cats, dogs, rats, hamsters, and mice. Their bite is quite itchy, which isn't too nice. But they're wonderful jumpers. Why, if we were fleas, we'd jump over a house, and we'd do it with ease. Fleas are quite excellent jumpers. Have you ever wondered, why does a fly buzz? Well, it beats its wings fast, and each time that it does, its wings make a sound you can hear in your ear, and this sound lets you know there's a fly flying near. Here's a fact about flies that we both thought was icky. They can walk upside down since their feet are so sticky. I don't think mosquitoes are very polite. When they're hungry, they land and they sting when they bite. But it's only the female mosquitoes that do. Male mosquitoes will never come bothering you. I didn't know that either before I read this book. I always learn something new when I'm reading books for preschool. Caterpillars do something you might think is strange. They start out as one thing, then one day they change. Some spin a small house on a branch just like this, and this home that they make is called a chrysalis. If you watch it, you'll see when a few weeks go by, it turns into a beautiful new butterfly. Here's a quick fact that we both thought was neat. Butterflies can taste their food with their feet. Can you taste your food with your feet? I sure can't. Pretty cool. On warm summer evenings, you may see the light of fireflies flashing off on in the night. They are like tiny flashlights that float in the sky, and if you want to catch them, it's all right to try. Use a jar with a lid, watch them glimmer and glow, then open the jar up and let them all go. All day and all night, on the ground, in the air, insects are moving around everywhere. It's important for us to keep learning about them. The world that we know couldn't go on without them. The butterfly, ladybug, ant, and the bee make everything better for you and for me. Insects are very important to people. All right. So, what do you think we're talking about this week then? Insects. Yep. So let me show you what work I have to show you today. In your packet, you have another board game. This is an insect board game. Okay. You also have directions that tell you how to play it. And you have 4 of these bug collection things here that you're going to use. All right. So each person that plays the game gets one of these bug collection boxes. And you'll need some game pieces to move along on the game board as usual. You will also need a die, okay? And you will need some little, some kind of things to pretend that are bugs that you're going to collect. I have these little tiny, I think they're little lids or something. But So you will put your game pieces that you're moving around the board where it says start here. Then you're going to roll your die. Mine came up with a 3. So that means I'm going to move my piece 3 spaces. 1, 2, 3. And whatever the number is on that space is how many bugs I'm going to collect and put in my bug box. All right, so it says 2, so I'm going to take 2 bugs, pretend bugs. You could use coins or whatever little things you have for bugs. 1, 2. All right, the next person will roll the die. They got a 3, 2. So they're going to go 1, 2, 3 and share with me. 1, 2, 3. And they also got on 2. So they're going to take 2 and put them in their bug box. All right. And you will keep playing the game until someone gets to the end or fills up their bug box, whichever comes first. Okay. The directions are also included in your packet if you forget the directions or can't quite figure out what I was meaning. All right, we also have 2 sets of 3-part cards. I've sent home 3-part cards before and a link to a YouTube video about how to do 3-part cards. So these are exactly the same. These ones are bug 3-part cards. I say there's 2 sets of them, but you can use them all together. It doesn't matter. One set has pictures of the whole bugs with the word, and then the has a picture of part of each bug on just a picture card and the word cards. And then another set has this set has the picture of the part of a bug with the word, and the other set is the full picture. It's a little hard to explain on here, but it's okay. You can use them all together. It doesn't matter. So you're going to put out your cards with the words, the picture and the word. Okay, so I'm just going to do 4 right now because that's what I have room for right here. Then you're going to match up the part, let's see, of the bug. All right, so there's a part of a bug, and I'm going to match it up with the bug that it goes with. Another part of a bug. Let's see, put these out of the way. All right, this one we're not doing. Then I'm going to match up the word cards. So this one is a cicada or a cicada, kind of depends on where you have come from, what you call it. This one is a mosquito. Butterfly. And caterpillar. So you match up the words and the pictures, all right? And you do that with all of them. And like I said, there are 2 sets, but they're probably mixed up together in your packet, and that's fine. You can use them all together. And the last thing I have to show you is the parts of an insect craft. Okay, so in your packet you have this. You have an insect. It looks kind of like an ant, doesn't it? We're just calling it just a generic insect. And then you have these words. And what you need to do is cut with your scissors in between the words. There's no lines because I just made this myself because this project didn't come with the words for some reason. So I'm cutting in between each of the words, making sure to keep my thumb up. And you can have your parents help you to match the words up since most kids in preschool aren't able to read, but if you can read, go for it. All right, so this word says insect, and we're going to put that up at the top. This is the whole insect. All right, let's see here. Not sure. Let's see. Antennae. Okay. So insect. I'm going to put some glue on the back of that. All right. So that is an insect. All right. The next one says antennae. So you will put some glue on the back of that one and stick it by the line that's next to the antennae. So right there's the antennae right here. Okay. And then the head. And feel free to cut off the extra paper if you want. I didn't do that. But there's the head right there. And then the thorax. Oops. Alright, so there's the thorax. And then the last part is the abdomen. Alright, right back here. Alright, so that is what I have to show you today. I hope you have a great rest of your day. We have a play date coming up this Thursday at 10:30 at Parker Mill Park. It should be in your email, so hopefully I will see a lot of you there. And have a great rest of your... Oh, and also, today at 10:30, some of you have small group, right? And so hopefully I will see you then. Bye, everyone.